Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 First Look segment. This is part 1, I'll probably do part 1 and part 2 for this, of the Antelope Valley Line. The reason this is going to be part 1 is because it's 2 hours and 15 minutes for a full end-to-end service. So yeah, for the purposes of our sanity, we'll do it in 2 parts. But yeah, this is the Antelope Valley Line. I'm in photo mode at the moment. Just so we can sort of pause and still look at the train. So we got the F125, which is quite a nice but slightly strange looking locomotive. And we got the Metrolink Rotem coaches as well. With the really cool, if it goes a bit quicker. Maybe do I press shift, can I do it? Nah, shift doesn't do it. A little bit further, you've got the really cool looking cab car as well, which actually looks really nice. I don't know, is this more the attractive end or the locomotive? Is that the more attractive end? I don't know, but that is nice. Let's get in the train. Let's get it set. I haven't done the tutorial, so I'm just going to basically go off what I would usually do for that. So we'll set that to passenger. They're usually quite self-explanatory. So this is LA Union, and we're going to be heading up to Lancaster. We'll get that on. So all of those basically just the same setup, I think, as every other US train. Not much changes. You've got the horn sequencer. Like that into that to forward. Do we do anything on here? Have we got a separate screen for that? Oh, we do. That's good. Right, let's quickly put that back to neutral. Operator controls. Okay, maybe that doesn't do anything. Okay, so we don't need to do... Oh, no, it does do something. Has it done something? Yeah. Lead cutting, yeah, I think that's all good. Yeah, so we should basically just be ready to go once... So, ups, what was that there? What's this? Is this like a CIS display? It did say something then. Is it going to say it again? Maybe not. The LA Union, look at this. This is really cool. Well, there's LA Union, the subway here. Maybe it was going to say train ready to leave or something. Quickly check the signal. No, we can't go yet. I guess we'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. It's quite hard because there's no sort of banner repeater, is there? I don't think you can go off that one there. No, I don't think there's one coming in. So we got to wait. Hopefully it won't be too long. That one's off there. So quite a busy station. There's quite a bit going on. And there's the route map. So it goes a long. It sort of goes like a long-winded way. Instead of just going straight up, it sort of goes along it, then back along, then up to Lancaster, which is, I assume, there. So that's where we're going. We'll eventually get there in a long old time. We haven't got the go ahead yet. Just waiting for that train to go ahead, and then we'll be following closely behind it. Cool. Let's quickly get that off. Bear with me a couple of seconds. Oh, there you go. It comes up with the time on the sort of little CIS thing. Bear with me. There you go. Just letting the cat out before our long journey, which I probably will actually split into 2 myself. Right. Have we got the go ahead now? What are we waiting for now? Still waiting for something. Oh, maybe if we shut the doors, maybe then it will allow us to go. Unless we're waiting for another train. Let's get the doors locked. That might then sort of activate it. Unless we do just have to wait a while. Okay, has it changed now? It has now. Maybe that's why then. Right, are we ready to go? Glendale next, which is in... Oh, hello. That would make sense to do that. Go. Now just got to hope it starts moving. If it doesn't start moving, we've done something wrong. No, we are moving. Yeah, we're off. 5 miles to Glendale. And speed limit out of here is 12 miles. 12 miles an hour. What weird? 12 miles an hour. Not 15, not 10, 12. What are the brakes like? Let's put the independent brake on. That's all good for low speed. So stations we're going to be calling at are going to be Glendale, Burbank downtown, Burbank Airport North. That's quite cool, an airport stop. Sun Valley, Sylmar San Fernando, Newhall, Santa Clarita, Via Princesa, Vista Canyon, which I don't think is even open yet in real life, Vincent Grade, Acton, Palmsdale, and then Lancaster. So there's not many stops for a 79-mile long route. And we're doing the full thing. Scary. So you got dynamic brakes as well. Nice. So I suppose it should have like a bit of a Peninsula Corridor. Peninsula Corridor / Cajon Pass feel to it. Sort of being, well, commuter, but sort of out in the almost desert, I suppose. Look at that as we come out of there. Horn's not too bad either. I like it. Let's get a nice photo as we're coming out before the long journey begins. Let's get something now. What side do we do? What side looks better? I'd say that side looks better. Where's the like settings and stuff? Where's that gone? There it is. Right, stay. Yeah, let me get on them. Yeah, let's get a little bit of zoom on that as well. Got to make the most of this. I'm thinking we're going to be using this quite a bit. It's quite handy. It's good. There we go. And yeah, Metrolink is a new operator in the game as well, so it's nice to see that we've got more companies coming on board. We've got a 25, then a 30, then a 50. No idea how fast this route is. I'm guessing the top speed's probably 79 miles an hour. Because I think any more than that, they have to have like in-cab signalling. Or something like that. Here in the UK it's above 125, but here it's like 79. This is excruciatingly slow out of LA Union. Looks good though, look at the track. The track looks really good for some reason. Is it like a whole new set of track they've done or something for this? Looks really nice though. Apparently Metrolink were very friendly and very sort of helpful, which is always good to hear for Dovetail games. Locomotive sounds quite nice as well. I'll turn up the audio. I don't know how well you can hear it already, but I'll turn it up anyway. So we could put the safety systems on. I think it'll be the alerter and wherever they are. Just do shift Shift W. Let's just do that. Saves fannying about trying to find it. Alerter and ATS. So let's try and turn that on. Is that a good idea? Probably not. But we'll see how we get on. Won't know until we've tried. And I think this is the LA Canal as well, which we're running alongside at the moment. What you see in all the movies, all the games, when LA's involved. Oh, and there's a skyline as well, which looks okay. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, hello. Oh, that's not good. That's probably us turning on that bloody system. Train, you can go if you want. You don't need to stop here. Oh god, reset pieces. So we shouldn't have that on. Let's turn that off. That's done that. Stay and set automatic rate to suppression. I do like this. It's handy for American trains, which is just annoyingly confusing. Reset PCS. Is that done? Has it done its thing? I think we're all good. Let's maybe not turn that on. Let's have that off. best have the safety systems off. So otherwise it's going to go all wrong. But yeah, the amount of times I've driven a car along there, you know, 200 miles an hour on GTA. I mean, everyone's done that on there, on the canal. Up to 30. It's almost like an electric sound to it, this locomotive. Even though it's diesel, it sort of has that sort of whoosh to it. Yeah, we're going 33, it's fine. Nothing's going to go wrong along here. 50 now. Is that the LA Metro there? Some sort of electric lines up there. Let's have a look. Yeah, some sort of metro or trams, or that's that there. Sort of little depot there as well, for whatever system that is. There we go, 50 out of here. So does anyone commute on this line? Do you have to? Are you lucky enough to commute on this every day into LA? Not sure what's going on with the water up there. Looks a bit funny. So this is the Sylmar, I think. This is sort of the central, well, it's basically the main place for Metrolink. And it almost feels like we're out of LA, or I mean, we're probably still in the middle of LA, but it almost feels like we're out of it already, or sort of heading out of it quite quickly. It's probably one of those deceiving routes, a bit like the Harlem line, where it feels like you're sort of out of New York, but you're actually still within the middle of it. Let's get that up. There we go. Supposed to be at Glendale in 2 minutes. I don't think that's happening. Yeah, very dry and arid around here. There's a train wash. Some sort of thingy there. Some sort of crane or something up there. So quite nicely done, the maintenance area. It's good. And we've got a 60 limit as well coming up. Nice. But yeah, another really long route. I mean, yes, 79 miles I think this is. Which is like, wow. And yeah, the time sort of lets you know how, yeah, the time is slow as well. That can't be too far to Glendale. I can't imagine it'll be too far. We've got 60 coming up. A little bit quicker. Yeah, rather nice cab though. Nice big window as well. Yeah, an interesting locomotive. Got a nice horn though, nice horn to it. Only got 4 coaches on this service as well. Oh, and I wonder if you can also go into the back. Is there a way up? No, maybe not, you can't go into the back. Door must be closed when the locomotive is in operation. Failure to will affect loco performance. Oh, okay. Maybe it cuts it out or something. There you go, 79 miles an hour is the top speed. Who would have thought? The American trucks there as well, the diner. How far to Glendale now? Let's have a look. Oh, it's in foot. Well, not that far. See, I feel like even though it's 2 hours, I feel like it's going to feel like a fairly quick run. Because there's not many stations, so it's going to be, you know, it's not like Peninsula Corridor. It feels like you're constantly stopping every sort of 5 minutes for 2 hours, almost 2 hours. I feel like it's going to be quite a quick feeling journey. Especially as it's scenic as well. You know, there's lots to see. And I just wonder how long the layover time is at Lancaster. Does the driver get like 10 minutes there and they go all the way back for 2 hours, or do they get a little bit of time to chill out? Right, coming up to Glendale. Time to test the brakes. See if they are pants or if they're quite good. Where even is the station? Oh, there it is. Not really much of it. And now we've just got to hope the brakes are good. If they're like the MP36's brakes, we'll have no issue. If they're lapped or anything like that, then we've got an issue. Probably end up flying through this station. If we get a good stop, I would be surprised. There's even like a crow. There's a little crossing in the middle there. Yeah, probably gonna end up flying through it. Actually, we might, but no, we're gonna go for it. Just getting used to those brakes, and we might be able to get the coach on. If we get the coach on, I'm not counting that as an overshoot. Yeah, there you go, we're fine. Doors are on. That's all what matters, really. Let's get that off. So brakes, not great. That's what I've found out from that. The brakes are not fantastic. Wouldn't say as powerful as the MP36's brakes. Buses here, city bus. I don't know if these are meant to say anything. I suppose I don't think the US has much sort of CIS as such. I don't know, not as much sort of CIS and passenger information as over in Europe and in the UK. So you probably know CIS. You sort of just got to guess where the train's going. Right, Burbank next. Let's do that. Get that off. I don't know if we even put the bell on, did we, coming into the station? Or would he be sacked? And Burbank downtown is in 5 miles. There it goes, storming its way out of... What was that place again? Glendale. The most sort of default sounding city skylines. Yeah, that's like the most default city skylines city name. Glendale. Now we go up to 79 miles an hour, so relatively quick. Not really enjoying coming up to Burbank, and the bar will be coming down when we're not far out at 79 miles an hour. So I think I'll probably keep popping up this just to have a look. I'm not a fan of that bar. You got the nice scene, nice mountains though. Probably uses the same sort of method as the Austrian route for that. Got a nice amount of speed along here, so it's good. I mean, if it's a route like this most of the way, you know, 80 miles an hour, then that's going to be fantastic. If it keeps going, if it's like 1,000 speed changes, then it's going to be like, oh, just come on. We're going like this for 2 hours, that's fine, I can do that. Easy. Bit of speed or us. Got a mental of the horn as well. 3 miles. So where are we currently? We're there. So literally... nowhere near yet. We'll get there. I hope there's not a red light, because if there's a red light we're going through it. I think that's a flashing yellow. The next one should be a single sort of yellow, and then there's a red after that. I know that if it's the same as Peninsula Corridor, which these signal blocks seem massive, so it's probably a red for the end of the platform. imagine the orange car was still going across the crossing ahead of us. Still coming through. You got a mental of the horn. Got to be realistic. Overly use it. Overuse it. Is that another crossing coming up? Yeah. Looks like it, or is it? Some sort of crossing. There's the cat being investigative. Nice. That's quite nice so far. Nice bit of scenery as well as we go along. And it seems to be almost be, I suppose, a straight line, this sort of first part of the route. Right, so the next one's going to be red after this. I know that. So you've got a block yellow and then a red. So the next one will be red. But I'm assuming that might be at the end of the platform. Actually, probably not. Is that red? Right, there you go. I think we're all good. Streamlabs decided it would crash itself. Right, I think actually after suppressing there's a bit more, isn't there? There we go. That's what we want. So coming up to, I believe, a red light. Actually, no, it's the station, isn't it? It is the station. So we've all slowed all the way down. The station's just coming up. Unless the red's before the station. Which it could be if that service is still ahead of us. So I'll take it sort of steady, just in case. Metrolink. But yeah, as I was saying, nice to have another operator. It's always nice having new operators coming into the game. As it just means there's more variety. Which is, well, great. Oh, this is quite a short platform here. Short platform, me, American trains, it's not going to go well. We're going to have a much better stop than last time though. Maybe. Come on, you'll be alright. Yeah, it's gonna be good stop. It's gonna be good stop this one. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. And only 2 minutes late. Might as well sign me up, Metrolink. Get me on the trains. Or a plane or like a helicopter somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. There's supposed to be something on here. So there's just no indication to when the trains are coming. Unless it is supposed to be on here now, like 2 minutes. Lancaster. It's a good day. Right, look, the door's shut. And the next signal is red. But is that going to change once we get the doors locked? Oh, we're waiting for that train there. Yeah, so it's done it. Well, unless we are just waiting for that train, which could have been why. Because usually on these newer routes, you don't have to wait. You don't have to close the doors for that to happen. Right, Burbank Airport North. Nice to have another airport station in the game. Let's get going. So yeah, I think I'm alright with the signalling on here. It does seem to be the same as Peninsula Corridor. So if you're not really familiar with the Peninsula Corridor signalling, to know when you're coming up to a red, oh, it's 30, oh, that's fine. So yeah, to know when you're coming up to a red, you'll get a flashing yellow and a red together, so that there'll be the flashing yellow on top, then red underneath. Then you'll get a block yellow on top, then a red underneath, and then you know the next one's going to be red. A little blind on here, a visor on here as well. I don't know why. Oh, what on earth's wrong with that? Doesn't seem to like that very much, did it? And you can also see they've got the I'm stuck button, which resets the physics. Which I imagine basically just puts you back to square one if all the brakes are stuck on and you can't go anywhere. You just click that and then you'll be all good. So it's going to be planes flying over. What are we going to see? Oh, that render distance ain't great. And what else is going on the motorway? No one, or highway? No one's on it. On this bit. If you looked at the, if you've seen the pictures of LA, they said the highways are absolutely rammed. Maybe it's the pandemic. Nobody's driving. Everyone's just at home on lockdown. Maybe that's why. Yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? That in general doesn't look particularly great. So it's never, I suppose, been a strong point, I'd say, of Dovetail is doing roads. They always look a bit funny. Well, it's motorways and stuff always look a bit fun. I mean, that down there, that looks fine. But so yeah, motorways, highways, they always seem to just, yeah, it always seems to be an issue. Yeah, Burbank Airport. Is it gonna be like a big airport or just like a literally little airstrip? Oh, the posh people get on planes. Oh, coming up to it. Let's get those brakes on. That's a single track. Oh, single track. Wonder how for much longer it's single track. Okay, the brakes aren't too bad once you get past suppression. Before suppression, they're just a bit pants. So a little castle there as well. Look at that. Probably built in the 9th century. This is someone's house, I think. Interesting. That's quite cool, a little single track bit. I thought it was all just double along here. But the track looks really, I don't know, there's something about the track, it looks really good. I don't know if they've like completely just redone the track for this, or it just looks really good. Oh, these are the stop marks. So we are 5 coaches. That's us then. Or was that included in the? Oh, no, we're 4. Okay, so we've got to wait for look out for the 4-car marker. Nice little shopping centre there. Well, this is some sort of shopping area. Looks nice. So where's the airport then? Let's go in photo mode. I think you can fly much far higher up. Okay, not actually that much higher up. Burbank Airport and all. I suppose it's there, isn't it? They've got all the sort of the big. Wow, yeah, it's this massive space of land here. Must be in there somewhere. Okay, I don't know if these are supposed to come on or not. We're on time. I mean, what's going on? And then we got Sun Valley. So there's not actually many stops. I mean, for the amount we're doing, all the way up 2 hours. Unless there's a massive gap somewhere along here. Oh, there we go. That Vista Canyon to Vincent Grade, 40 minutes. The rest are all, yeah, the rest are all quite close together. Sylmar to San Fernando, a bit of a gap there. So was it Vista Canyon? It's got to be this bit here, isn't it? Yeah, that's got to be the one there. There's not a station. There's one there. I guess all this bit we don't stop at. It must be quite slow as well. It's a long old way, that is. Let's get the door shut. It's a long old way to shut. There we go. Alright, let's go. Sun Valley next. Oh, that's got even got a drinks dispenser there, a water dispenser there as well. Anything on the inside, sort of PIS or anything, or was again it probably hasn't reached that stage yet where there's any sort of form of CIA. Oh, I know you do have something. There we go. LA Union to Lancaster. Didn't notice that. What does that say on the side? No, just LA Union to Lancaster. Okay, so there is some sort of indication of where we're going. So I'll sort of just get turn up and guess. So how long is it single track for? Quite a way actually. Wow. Oh, this is actually quite nice to see. It's nice just to see something a bit different. Yeah, mate, it's single track most of the way. I like that. Just makes it more sort of quaint. Yeah, Sun Valley next. Got the clouds building up a little bit, so I wonder if we get a little bit of rain. I'm looking forward to once we actually get into the, well, I suppose the Antelope Valley. So I don't know if that's the bit where it's all sort of curly up top. But yeah, looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, get that off already. I just hope it's a relatively good speed through the sort of valley, I suppose. Like, hopefully it's not like 30 miles an hour for half hour, because that would just be a bit demoralising. Hopefully it's fairly quick. That's our stop marker. Probably going to go right the way through it. Or are we? Yeah, probably. We'll go to the 5-1 again. 5-1's just fine for us. Well, they're saying that. No, yeah, 5. That'll do. Does look gorgeous though, doesn't it? I think they're quite new locomotives as well, the F125s. Metrolink. Oh, that looks like a collectible. Map one as well, let's have a look. Oh yeah, we go. Los Angeles County, Antelope Valley. So yeah, there, Sunvers. We got a bit of a gap to the next one. So we're stopping at all of them, I think. And you get a massive gap from Vista Canyon to Vincent Grade. Palmdale, are we stopping there? I think we are stopping at Palmdale. It's a weird old route though. It's quite long-winded, so it sort of goes up, and then you've got to go all the way back across, then back up again. So that was the only sort of way through the mountains. Let's get going. It is probably 5 miles, 6.5 to Sylmar, San Fernando. 79 miles an hour. That's nice. No sign of that stopping yet. So you might be wondering how I know what speed I'm going. I'm just in the speedo there on the screen. It's quite easy to see. It's a big old speedo. Just looking at that. Let's go. As we get that up. But yeah, to any locals, how does this compare to the real thing? Is it sort of exactly how it is? Is it a bit off? Yeah, how does it... again, why the track looks so good? Yeah. How does it compare to the real deal? As we make our way out of LA. Yeah, nice Nice chilled out journey. We'll do it in 2 parts as I mentioned. So I'll probably go as far as, I don't know, what time do we start this one? 39, so it's been a half hour. So in about half hour's time. So once we get to probably Santa Clarita, before basically we get into the valley, we'll call it an end, and then we'll do part 2. So if you're watching this on the premiere, probably after this, there'll probably be maybe the Flying Scotsman, then probably the Vextron, and then we'll do part 2 of this. Sort of break it up a little bit. So this is a long old route. Going uphill a little bit, so I'm going to keep a little bit of power on. Just to keep us going. I'm saying that, I think it's flattening off. It is flattening off, so let's pop that back. I do that. Let's get a flyby shot. I don't think we've got a flyby shot for any of the routes yet, so let's do that. Oh, hang on. Oh, hello. Oh, whoa. I don't know what I just went in, but I think that might have been photo, and I've just gone into there by accident. Well, let's get another one, because that wasn't great. As long as we don't overshoot. Is there another grade crossing? There's one there. Let's get one there. Cars are still going across. That's pretty scary stuff. Some sort of cycle lane there as well by the looks of things. This is nice and quick along here. So because I was sort of thinking it would be really slow. It would be like, yeah, one of those really slow, sort of dull routes, but it's rather quick. Which is a treat. Guessing those little X-boards must be whistle boards. Seem to be before crossings. Pop that back. So I think that's the horn code, isn't it? 2 longs, 1 short, and then 1 long going over the crossing. It almost sounds like an electric locomotive. It's got that sort of electric hiss to it, even though it's diesel. Tons of level crossings. Not a shortage of them. Some sort of height thing here as well. There we go. A couple of minutes and we should be there. Either a dried up canal or river there. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too far away. Oh, that's nasty, that one. So that means the next one's going to be red. Didn't even get like a pre-warning for that either. There we go. It's absolutely spam that horn. Got a 60 limit coming up as well. So there's not actually, you would think there'd be quite a few sort of stops scattered along, but there's not really. It's a rather quick sort of service. I really thought it would be very much like Peninsula Corridor, where you're stopping every sort of couple of miles. Whereas it's been quite a sort of chunk. So that's a nice surprise, that is. So yeah, a perfect stop here. It's going to be a good stop. right to the end? It might be right to the end too. Oh, there we go. It does have, yeah, it does have CIS. Look, will arrive shortly on track 1. Well, that's good to see. Just doesn't seem to show up very often. Just about seeing it go through saying service to there will. Oh, here we are. Is that it? Oh no, that's just the time. That's helpful, but service? Just said it's going to arrive shortly. It's having a thing. Are they going to do anything? No. So it does seem to be there, it just doesn't. It's just as the train's coming in. Rather cool though. And then after this we've then got Newhall and Santa Clarita. So where's Newhall? That must be about here, maybe. And then we're then heading up into the valley, I suppose. Antelope Valley. Let's get the door shut. Though the next signal could be red. So the last one was a block yellow. Oh, 1.7% grade, that's not nice. Let's get going. There's a little bus train interchange here as well. Yeah, lovely looking loco though. And the cab car in looks really nice as well. It's just a really nice looking train. We've got the little flood drain now streamed to the side of us. So we've got quite a way to Newhall. It's quite a gap. I mean, 13 minutes. How many? What, 10 miles? Oh, 7. It was 8. So that's 7.2 miles. But still quite a way. Little foot crossing there. But yeah, we got to assume the next signal is going to be red. Don't want to overdo it and then it's bad. So we'll take it nice and slow up to the red. Well, we've got 45 coming, so it seems to slow down a bit. Boo. There might be some sort of passing loop we're coming up to, maybe. Although saying that, I think the services up this way were every 2 hours. So there's not many. I thought at least the full runs at least were sort of every 2 hours. Is that 23? The 23 mile post there. So we've still got quite a way to go. Just coming up to that signal, seeing what's on it. And if it is correct, the next one will be red. Well, really hard to see that signal. Is it in the tree? Sort of blocked by the tree. Oh, I got the bell in there. Oh no, it's fine. We can go for it. Maybe it was sort of just bringing us down for the speed limit. Yeah, as we're in the US, you've got to do that horn a lot of the time. Comes part of the job. Do the horn. As much as you can. Oh, I think it is a passing loop. And it's now we're back to double. Well, single track was quite cool, I liked it. It was nice. Does that work? Milepost? I don't think that's what does it? Can we click it? I think that would be the PTC or whatever it is. Well, that's why it's 45 for this corner here. Bit of flange as we head round. There we go. Nice green speed wall, meaning we can speed up. So I think this is the first US route since New York Trenton. I don't think there's been one since then. I thought New York Trenton was only what, March, April time? Or was it? No, it was February, I think. Yeah, February. So it's been a little while since we had some US content. But, you know, we got some now. So we'll just let that coast along. So that's why it takes that along to get to Newhall. Sort of slow bit we're going through now. We've got 35 as well. It's even slower. Round we go. Is approaching. So now we're sort of getting into the mountains now. Look at that road up there. Look how steep that is. Right, wow, that is really steep up there. Oh, I'll start popping that down. Oh my god, I thought it was a red for a second. I was thinking, uh-oh, we're not stopping for that. But no, it's flashing yellow, which probably means good things. So that's not good to get all this way and then screw up. Whereabouts are we now? Oh, we're near sort of up here now. So we're almost halfway distance-wise. So it's just sort of getting through the valley, which I suppose is the slow bit. Well, it seems like it's going to be the slow bit. Quite a nice journey, though. I don't know how hard it would be to do the route HUDless. I mean, probably alright. I mean, there's not many stations on here. You can sort of tell when they're coming up as well. I doubt I'll ever do this route HUDless, but you never know. But if this is the speed through the valley, then that's going to be painful doing this bit. Sort of 40 miles an hour at most. I bet it will be as well. I got 30, can't it gets even slower. So maybe, yeah, maybe this is the bit of the route where it gets really slow. So sort of head into the valley now. So I'm guessing it's probably about 2 trains on this then. If it's every 2 hours, and it's a 2-hour run one end to the other, it must be maybe even 2 or 3 trains on here. Probably 3, maybe even 4. So you get a long break at the end. I thought that looked like 2 reds there, and I was like, uh-oh, that can't be good. Probably should save it as we go along. Look at the junction here as well. It's like Spaghetti Junction. Why is it so slow through here? Into the tunnel. Didn't think there was any on this route, so in we go. Oh, we can make it out the other end. Probably quite a long tunnel as well. We're going under that massive mountain. This is fun. In we go. 30 miles an hour through here. Oh, even the tunnels look good as well. Seems it was just very slow. I mean, you'd think it was 50 through here easily. So maybe it's in case something's in the tunnel, so you've got to go really slow. So you can slam on the brakes if need be. But cool though. Tunnels are cool. 40 as well, just at the outside of the tunnel. So is that actually the end of the tunnel, or is it not? It might not be. I mean, it does look like it, but the game might then load in another whole section of the tunnel. Could trick us. So I've got the bell on as we're going through the tunnel, in case for some reason someone's just walking through the tunnel. That's probably why it's so slow, because people would probably actually end up doing that. They just walk through the tunnel. No fences to stop anyone. Well, if you meet the train, I doubt there's any clearance off the side. We could quickly have a look. I doubt there's any clearance off the side. I think they just sort of a bit like in the UK. I mean, in the UK, the tunnels are massive and there's always tons of clearance, whereas here it's literally just to get the train in and that's it. So I doubt there's any clearance on the side, and even there's probably no sort of safety positions either. I think that must be the end. That's like the end. Quite cool tunnel though, going through. Tunnels are cool. We're doing 4 minutes. It is 2 miles away, so I should get there on time. Okay, we've got a red and a block yellow. Oh, there's another train. There we go. I don't think all of them don't go up to Lancaster. I think some of them just go to. Is it? No, they go to Vista Canyon. Some of them no via Princessa. Some of them terminate there. So I think every now and again they then go up to Lancaster. That was cool coming out there. What's the other portal like? Rather cool. I'm quite enjoying it. It's nice. It's just a nice. I know, again, another nice mix of scenery. You know, we've gone from sort of city, Peninsula Corridor feel to a Cajon Pass. Oh, let's put that down a little bit. 2% gradient going down here. Wow. Look like we're going uphill. Let's put the brakes on. Going just a little bit over. No harm in it. No harm in it. I reckon it's 40 miles an hour the whole way now, isn't it? It's been about an hour. We've done probably almost half the route, and it's 79 miles. So that's probably the speed limit, isn't it? The whole way now, until that straight bit going straight up. Must be more on there. Down even more, so a little bit quick. Oh yeah, it should be coming up to Newhall. Should be. I guess that's probably before the next signal as well. So I think the next signal probably will be red. This looks like we're coming into some sort of town. So I guess the bar, there you go, it's gone orange now. Oh, those barriers went down quick. Oh, it's going up to Newhall. Oh, Newhall. Newhall? A little bit of horn across there. Still speeding, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit though. We do want to be careful about that signal though. I think it might be red. And that wouldn't be any good. So we might be waiting for another train, actually. There might be another one coming down. We're going to wait. Honestly, no, we might. No, we've probably gone past our stop marker. There's our stop marker. Just a little bit past it. Oh no, actually, no. Okay, not too bad. Not awfully bad. So we've got a red light, so we might be waiting for another train. Or not. No, maybe not. There's the next station there. So how long was it to the next station? Yeah, so we'll go to the next station. And then that will then be the end of part 1. As I know after that we're sort of in the valley for the next hour or so. And we're on time as well, which is good. 209 Lancaster. Union to Lancaster. I'm sort of thinking the signal might go once we've got the door shut. And once the objective changes. One of the two. Just waiting for it. 5 seconds and then we're off. I sort of hope it's not a route like that, where you've got to close the doors for it to then change the signal. That's how old TSW style. Although it does look like it. Right, let's land to Clarita next. Which is in... Oh, we've got a 70 mile an hour. Nice. Two or so miles. And it's going to take us apparently 6 minutes to get there. Almost 7 minutes to go 2 miles. That's not good. That probably means there's like a 20 mile an hour limit somewhere along here. We've got 70, that's nice. Unless you just get a long wait there. That might also be why. Let's hope it's the long wait. But yeah, about an hour out of LA now. Or almost an hour out of LA. That's really nice along here. Scenery is actually quite nicely done on this route. Out of the ones we've done so far, I'd say the scenery probably actually looks the best. As we've done the East Coast Main Line now, we've done the Vorarlberg. I'd say possibly on here it's done the best. It's really just, it looks good. And there's a few places where it's a bit sort of barren, but then it's barren anyway. I'd say yeah, it probably does look the best on here. Oh, we've got to slow down. We've got 50 coming up. Just sort of start speeding up, slows down. That'll do. That's slowing down. And then back up to 70, which is good. And hopefully it will be 70 through the valley, but I haven't got my fingers crossed. What a weird speed limit, 39 miles an hour. Who makes these limits up? Oh, what speed limit should we go for? Should we go for 40? We could go for 35. Oh, you know what? Let's go for 39 miles an hour. Just make it 40. Call it a day. Maybe they wanted to be unique. Santa Clarita can't be too far off. Still got to hope we don't go for any red lights. Tiny little bit of speed, and I can start slowing down again. Wipe that on, start popping that down. Brakes are okay on here. Alright. Yeah, down to 39 miles an hour for some reason. So this will be this corner here. Seems a little bit low. Swings out a bit, doesn't it, as well? So we're just going into Santa Clarita, a massive sort of town here. Thing is, I suppose if you were going from Lancaster to LA, you would probably just drive, wouldn't you? So you could just come straight down, cut all of this bit out, and be at LA in no time, instead of having to go all the way this way, then all the way down. It looks really nice. I would say this probably is probably the best looking route. Or is it? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. At least sort of scenery-wise, close to the track, I'd say this is the best. And the track itself, just I know, looks weirdly good. So we've got quite a steep downhill gradient coming up. It looks steep. Or is it just flat? Maybe it's just flat. Along we go. Well, that bar appearing now, so we're not that far off Santa Clarita. And yeah, that'll then be the end of part 1. And we'll then go on to, well, if you're watching past release of this video, you may be able to go straight on to part 2. If you're watching the premiere, then you've probably got to wait about an hour, and then we'll then come back and do part 2. Which then takes us through basically just this all the way up to Lancaster. Or Lancaster. Nice little station. You sort of thought it would be back there where there was actually all the houses. Seems a bit more sort of, well, not a bit, slightly more remote here. There we are. I'll say the 4-coach mark. I doubt we're going to stop on it, so we can try. I might actually be alright. Might do it. Oh, no, I think we are actually. Yeah, I think we are actually. Yeah, we're in. There we go. Well, that is that's part 2. No, that's part 1. And then we're going to go on to part number. Yeah, that's part 1. I'm going to go on to part number 2. Hopefully, everyone has enjoyed this segment. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's just telling us the time again. And yes, if you're watching this after upload a couple of days after, you can go straight to part 2. If not, there'll be some videos in the meantime. Then we'll come back and do this. So see you all in a little bit. The links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. See you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.